Hi there, this is David and welcome back to Let's Play Legend Heroes Trails of Zero. Today we're in the cafeteria, pretty much interrogating these guys who just came on the bus from Calvard. We're looking for that fake brand trader. Someone who's kind of selling knockoffs, pretty much. Oh, you're a trader. You don't say. Oh, okay, so you buy stuff on Crossbell that's kind of rare, and then sell them back in Calvard. Oh. Well, that's good, at least. But then again, I've gotta say, like, would someone who is a fake brand trader, like, would he tell us that he's a merchant? You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't he say he's something else? Why would he tell us that he's a merchant? He would want to, like, deflect, blame. Even though he doesn't know that we're police, he still, you know, would know that he's kind of wanted and, you know, wouldn't want to have any, suspicion or anything. Ah, you guys are brother and sister. Huh. Yeah, no kidding. You have dark hair and she has pink hair. Oh, well, that's nice. Oh. I'm sure she can take care of herself. Oh, he's single too. Huh. I wonder if they're a little bit more than brother and sister. There seem to be a lot of that in JRPGs. Like with Reen and his sister. You know, it's just weird. Although, they seem like just like a normal sibling relationship. Oh. Huh. Anyway, let's go over here and talk to this guy. Oh, yeah, we've already seen that, so I guess you only have to talk to one of them, it seems. Well, what miss? Yeah, who? Oh, her. I guess so. She does have a unique sprite. Huh. What makes you say that? Oh. Just because she's confident in herself? She's strange? Yeah, why are you here? Maybe you're the fake brand trader. Maybe you're just trying to, deflect suspicion onto, that woman over there. Oh. What do you mean? How do you know what we're trying to do here? Oh. You seem pretty suspicious, I've got to say. Well, let's go over here and, talk to her. Yeah, she is rather pretty. Ooh, she even has portrait art, too. Huh. You know who she looks like? She's Kilika, right? Right? Seriously? I don't know. I mean, they don't know who she is, and we haven't seen a name yet, but she looks like her. I think this is Kilika. I really do. I mean, she went back to live in Calvard 6 months ago at the end of, the third, with Zin and all that. So, yeah, why are you here? A jewel? Looking for a jewel? Huh, that's weird. A bewitching jewel sleeping in the land of Crossbell. Oh, a vortex of enthusiasm. What kind of jewel is this? Just what are you up to, Kilika? Well, if this is Kilika, I don't think that she's the fake brand trader, but we'll keep her in mind, too. Oh, there's this, grandma over here. Oh, well, thanks. Lloyd's pretty smart. Oh, okay. Well, I would imagine that you'd be from Calvard. I mean, the bus came from Calvard. Oh, okay, so you're going to come visit your son's family and also see the anniversary festival. That's nice. Oh, came here 3 years ago, huh? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it has been 3 years. That is rather a long time. Wait, you played with your grandkid at Michelin Theme Park? 3 years ago? I thought that the theme park wasn't built 3 years ago. Didn't we read something about that, or somebody told us something about that, about how the theme park, like it used to be like a health spa or something, and then they built the theme park, but I don't remember how many years ago it was. But I think it was like 1 year ago. I don't think it was 3 years ago. It's kind of suspicious. Oh, yeah. Maybe she's just confused. I mean, she is an old lady. Oh. Oh, yeah. Aww. Well, you're nice. Good for you. Unlike a lot of the other fathers that I've met in Crossbell, who are like so wrapped up in their work they can't spend any time with their family. It's pretty awful. Oh. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, my father goes on a lot of business trips too. He actually used to be in the Air Force. I was originally born in Germany because, you know, he was in, well, it was West Germany at the time. You know, and then we traveled a lot whenever I was a kid, and then he got into government security, and that's what he works for the U.S. government in security right now, and he travels a lot for that. Oh, we're just kind of low-key interrogating you. Oh, wow. Or Randy's outright accusing you. That works too, sure. Whoa. Oh, I don't think that this old man is here for, fun with girls, Randy. Yeah, I mean, maybe if he was 20 years old, he might be, but at his age? I don't think so. Yeah. Oh, you're here to fish. Huh. Oh, are you here for that Fisher Cup? Oh. Okay, well, you kind of missed that tournament, unless the tournament's still going on. I thought it was over yesterday, though. That guy seems kind of pissed. Oh, poor man. Oh. Okay. Well, sure. Oh. Huh, so I'm still not entirely sure who the fake brand trader is, though. I mean, I have my suspicions, but I'm still not 100% certain. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Tio. No kidding. I mean, some people are more suspicious than others, but I don't know. Lloyd, do you have an idea? Oh. Well, who was it? What did they say? Oh. Okay. Oh, that is true. Yeah, and then who's ever the culprit will be able to get away with it. That'd be awful. Oh. Oh, well, thanks. Yeah. Okay. So let's just head on over there and get on the bus. Yeah, if you want to, you can keep on exploring the gate, but I've already explored everything that I wanted to here earlier, so yeah, there's really no need for me to. Yeah, I am. Oh. Okay. But how or who? Oh. We have to have a meeting on the bus rather than in the special support section? Well, I mean, you just gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Let's get in this ugly bus. Oh, I don't like this bus. I'm surprised it just didn't make like a 3-point turn back there in the parking lot. Why it backed up that long. I don't know, that's just me. I would have rather just made the turn. Seems like a pretty cramped bus, too. Why are there 2 passengers standing whenever there's plenty of seats available? Oh. Oh, okay, so there's more than one fake brand trader. We have some coming into the station, the airport, and we're catching the one at Tangram Gate, but Donovan and Raymond are staking at the station at the airport. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, if the information is accurate. But we don't want to accuse anybody wrongfully, either. We want to say that they are acting, not as a duo, but is acting independently. Oh, really? The leader of the group? Seriously? Why would the leader of the group go on the bus? Wouldn't the leader be, on the airplane or something? Yeah, what makes you say that? Oh, yeah. Oh, I guess. But nobody's really expecting your baggage on a bus. I mean, it's not like if you went to the airport, you'd have to go through, like, TSA and airport security and all that kind of stuff, and I would imagine they have the same sort of thing for a train as well. You know, looking for bombs and terrorists and that sort of stuff, but not on a bus. Except maybe when you cross the border, I guess then they would examine it then. I don't know. I've never crossed an international border on a bus before. Oh, well, that is true. Yeah. You want to give the underlings all the risky jobs. Oh. Well, that does make sense, Randy. Oh, okay. So yeah, we already ruled them out, so we only have 5 more suspects that we can, pinpoint. Yeah, that's right, you were saying something about that, but you still didn't tell us who or what they said. Oh. Oh, yeah, the one who was, yelling at us. Okay, yeah, this old lady right there, who talked about Michelin theme park and her grandkids. Oh, the Kilika lookalike, or she really, to me, she looks like Cher. Like, she really looks like Cher. Oh, yeah, she was kind of deflecting, I've gotta say. And then this other trader, but I don't know why a fake brand trader would tell us that he's a merchant. Well, sure they are. It's a JRPG. They have to be. Okay, who could it possibly be? Well, I'll just tell you. It is the elderly woman. I like how Lloyd's like, I think it's the elderly woman. Yeah, there's no mistake, it is her. Oh, well, what makes us say that, Lloyd? Please, tell us. Oh. Okay. Did we identify her too late? Can we grab her before she gets off the bus? Can we make sure it's her before we arrest her? I don't want to, like, wrongfully arrest someone. Not that we ever really arrest anybody in this game, but, you know what I mean, viewers. Well, how are you going to do that? What are you going to do? Huh. And why did it focus on that woman? Is she the real suspect? I don't think so. I'm almost positive it's that grandmother. It's gotta be her. Oh, everyone seems so excited to be here in Crossbell. Even Cher herself. Yeah, hold it right there. We've got you. Oh, yeah. We just want to ask you a couple more questions. Oh, or we can put you under arrest right now. Not yet, but we'll see. Maybe we'll have to search you or something. Bring you in for some further questioning. Oh, yeah. And we believe that you are part of that group. You feel like filling us all in on what this suspicious remark was, Lloyd? Yeah. No kidding. Oh! Hey, was I actually right about this theme park thing? Oh. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I could have swore up and down we heard something about the theme park not being built till about a year or two ago, not 3 years ago. We caught you in your own little web of lies. You're probably just better off saying that you're old and confused. Oh. Yeah. Maybe call over your grandkid and your son, if they even exist. Oh, yeah. Can we, like, surround her and arrest her so she doesn't run away? That would really be nice. Oh. I love how Lloyd just, like, reads her the riot act right here. Just lets her know exactly how she was caught and just how smart Lloyd is. It reminds me of that scene in My Cousin Vinny when Marissa Tomei just goes on and on and on and on about that car and the tires and, like, the clutch and all this. It's just, like, it's such a good scene. Oh, I love it! And just Marissa Tomei in general. Love her, too. Oh. Yeah, well, we've got to arrest you now. Or we could just, kill you. Silence you that way. Oh. It's because you actually are the fake brand trader. How about the police jail cell? She just kind of admitted her own, involvement here, her own culpability. Can't we just, like, handcuff her, arrest her now? What's going on? You okay, lady? Whoa! Wow! Whoa, she went from like 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. Man. Well, she's pretty pissed. No, that's you, lady. Thieves and deceivers will be punished? Not me. We're the do-gooders. I think you have this wrong. Yeah. Oh, dwarf? She's just a kid. She's not a dwarf. Yeah, you hate us because we have caught you. Because we're turning you in. Actually, here we kind of are the most righteous. But is she, like, trying to cause a scene and have everybody come over and think that, like, we're picking on her because we're young kids and she's just some, like, little old elderly lady and she's innocent and everything like that? Because there's nobody out here and it's not working. Whoa! Oh no! Wow, she took off real fast. Hey, Randy, you feel like chasing after her? Maybe use your secret ability again? Yeah, we really shouldn't be focusing on her insults. She's kind of running through the streets of Crossbell and she's going to get away. Come on, let's go after her. There's 4 of us, there's 1 of her. We're young kids and she's some old lady. It should be really easy to, catch her. Whoa! Hey! Thanks! Yeah, love you! Screw her, hope she broke her nose. Maybe she lost some of her fake teeth, maybe her dentures fell out. Ugh. Oh, hey. Oh, maybe she has like a heart murmur. Yeah, no. Or, Kilika over there just tripped a bitch. That'll work. Oh. Oh, that's true. So can we handcuff her and arrest her now? What are you gonna do? Point a gun at her head? I mean, she's not resisting or anything. Just, arrest her. Yeah. Thanks for all your help. Oh, what do you mean by that? Oh, seriously, Randy? That was not the time for your shenanigans. What does it really matter what her name is? It doesn't matter. All that matters is that she is the guilty party. She has admitted it. We have found out that she has, the guilty party. Oh, her friends have already been arrested? I don't really give a shit what her name is. I don't really care that she's throwing a temper tantrum in here. Really? I don't really care that she doesn't have a cup of tea, although it looks like she has, like, a bowl of soup or something in front of her. Like, seriously, Raymond? You suck. Just throw her in jail. What's wrong with you? Oh, that is true. We'll wear her down eventually, I guess. Yeah, you probably shouldn't underestimate her. She seems, rather sprightly. Oh. Yeah, just who are you? Are you Kilika? We don't know, but you sure do look like her. Oh, it is Kilika! Hey! Nice! Oh, you're an entertainment producer. Really? I thought you worked for the Bracer Guild, but I guess you quit and you went into entertainment or something. So, are you here for the Arc and CL performance or something? Yeah, she helped us out. Maybe she can get a little reward or something. Oh. Yeah, all she did was just kind of trip her. It wasn't that much, but, you know, we would have caught her anyway. She was kind of out of breath just in the Eastern District. You're being spoony? You spoony bard! Like, I thought that was the only game that they went into and used spoony. Wait, who says this shit? This translation, oh my god, it just cracks me up. I remember reading that line as a kid. I was probably, when did that came out? Like 91, I think? So I was, let's see, I was 9 years old when Final Fantasy II came out. Or Final Fantasy IV, really, but it was called Final Fantasy II at the time. And I remember reading the You Spoony Bard thing, and I was like, I remember laughing my ass off at it, because it's like, it's so ridiculous, and like, what exactly does that mean? At 9 years old, I'm like picturing Edward with a bunch of spoons in his hand or something. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? It's just like, it was just so odd. But speaking of Final Fantasy II, I had major problems beating that as a kid, too. I was never really able to beat the Antlion because I kept on just attacking with Cecil and Edward rather than having them defend and use Rydia's Chocobo. And the Antlion would counterattack constantly and just wipe the floor with me. So, yeah, pretty tough for a little kid, but a couple of years later I was able to bust through that. Pretty much whenever I got better at RPGs, with the release of Final Fantasy III and Secret of Mana and Illusion of Gaia. Hell, even Dragon Warrior 4 came out after that for the NES, of all things. So, yeah, you know, it just takes experience, practice. Really? So, because she's a foreigner, we can't arrest her? Are you kidding me? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh, this poor guy. Oh, well, thanks. Glad that we could prove ourselves yet again. Maybe you'll actually, you know, trust us. Put some faith into us. Kinda doubt it, but maybe. Oh, Yeah, kind of is. Yeah, we figured that out too. Crossbell doesn't really have a lot of power at all, even like within its own country itself. Like the police force pretty much has zero power at all. It's no wonder everybody's breaking the law. Oh, well, thanks. Oh, sure. Will do. Yeah, why are you here? Oh, okay. Yeah, we can give you a tour or something. Oh, have you been here before? Well, probably. She is an entertainment producer. Oh, okay. You're here to see the Arc and CL. Oh. Okay, yeah, remember on the bus when she was saying that she was looking for a jewel? I guess the jewel is, the Arc and CL. Yeah, the sleeping jewel lying dormant in Crossbell. Yeah, and then she said it's gonna, like, unleash a storm of enthusiasm or something along those lines on the bus. So, yeah, makes sense here. Kind of a nice metaphor. I like it. Yeah, no kidding. But it was highly suspicious, I must say. Oh, well, thanks. You know, Lloyd's pretty smart, I've gotta say. Okay. Well, see ya. Nice to meet you. I like your scarf and your little headband, too. I didn't get a chance to tell you. Oh, yeah. Lots of beautiful ladies around here. Are you originally from Calvard? I don't know. I mean, why else would he be used to seeing Eastern beauties? I'm not exactly sure where he's from originally, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. Well, we don't really have any quests going on or anything, so next time on Let's Play The Legend of Heroes Trails of Zero, we're gonna go around and talk to everybody for Day 3 dialogue. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.